everybody. It's Anna from the Crossroad Apprentice. Hi, I miss you guys. Today I'm going to make a project and I'm wondering if you want to make it with me. So I've been working a lot with my kids and we've been making a lot of things, and really what we've been doing is finding recycled boxes and juice caps and things like that. And we've been making a lot of things with them. So one thing that we have done this week is we have made paper puppets, and I'm going to show you how to use one cereal box to make a puppet theater and puppets. So let's do it. All you need is cereal box, scissors, tape or glue, whatever you have around your house, and something to color with, markers or colored pencils, something to add some color and detail with it. The first thing you want to do is carefully open your cereal box. And I say carefully because we're going to be trying to use every single piece of it for our project today. Now you'll notice on one of the edges there's a seam. And a seam is when two pieces come together. So you want to find that seam where the two pieces of cardboard are glued together. And you want to carefully pry it apart. It's okay if some of the cardboard rips, because you know us, we can make do with anything. And voila! What I love about cereal boxes is the inside is brown, so you can use it for anything. The first thing we're going to do is make our puppets. So there are basically two big rectangles and then all these side pieces. We're going to cut out one of the rectangles for our puppets. Make sure that you keep all the other pieces intact. Don't cut them off, because we're going to use them for a later project, which is our puppet theater. Okay, so this is going to be our puppet theater. I'll put that to the side. And now we have a rectangle. This part you can cut off the edges. And when I'm making a project with recycled materials, I like to keep all the cardboard just in case I need it for anything. So we'll cut off the extra pieces. And then voila, we have our rectangle. I like to cut it into 4 pieces, and that way I have enough for 4 puppets. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball where the middle is, or you can fold it in half to see where the middle is, and cut on that line. Cereal boxes are great too because the cardboard isn't that thick, so it's pretty easy to cut. And then same thing, you want to cut down the middle of this one, or fold it so you kind of know where the middle is. 1, 2. Three, 4. And now we're going to make our finger puppets. Finger puppets are, as you probably could guess, puppets that go on your finger. These are some puppets that my son made this week. He's really into Star Wars right now. So we have Darth Maul, Count Dooku, and the Emperor Palpatine. My daughter also made one. She's 3. She made Kylo Ren. So here's how finger puppet works. You're going to take your piece of cardboard and draw your character. It can be a person, it can be an animal, it can be a robot, it can be an alien, it can be whatever you want. I think what I'll do is a robot. So first I'm going to draw the robot head, neck, body, and some legs. I think I'm missing a couple things. Yeah, you're right. Details. I need some eyes and a computer mouth, and arms. And I think right now what I'll add is a heart. My heart to you guys. So now that you have your puppet drawn, there's there's a really important step before we cut it out. On the puppets, we need this little round thing so that we can fit our finger inside, like this. So on every puppet that you guys make, at the very bottom, you want to draw a line going out. And you're going to cut that part out. That is going to be the part that we fold around so that it fits on your finger. Okay, once you have all your puppets drawn, I'm just going to do one for now. You're going to cut carefully around the puppet. Cut, cut, cut. Sometimes when I'm cutting thicker paper like cardboard, instead of turning my scissors around, it's kind of sometimes harder. So what I do is I just take the cardboard and I turn the cardboard. And I cut like this, and then I'll turn the cardboard and cut like this, and then turn the cardboard. Sometimes that's just easier than turning my scissors. So let's see, get this robot cut out with the heart on it, sending love to you guys. This is my sending love to you because I miss you so much. Please make with me, robot. That's a long name. Maybe please make with me is his middle name. Okay, once you have your puppet cut out, you can add color now or you can add color later. I might just add color later once I know what my other puppets are and my puppet theater. Then this part here is what you're going to fold. You're just going to fold the flaps to the back, and whatever you guys have to stick things together with, you can use glue or tape. I'm just going to use tape. It's a little bit faster than waiting for glue to dry. If you do use glue, I would glue it on and I would hold it. And with this kind of glue, I'd probably count to about 40 to make sure it's super dry. Tape, you just are going to flip it through one side like that. Attach the other and fold it over. Tape's pretty cool because you can't see the tape on a puppet because it's in the back and you don't have to wait for it to dry. So now I have one of my finger puppets. Again, you can add color now or details. If you have stuff around, you can even glue things on. You can even glue the other side of the cereal box because it has color on it. Let's do that real quick, actually. I think I'll make some white eyes. And I'll use glue for this one. Glue it right on the eyeball. That way it'll really pop out. There we go. See how it pops just adding that one thing of white? I would do your puppets first, or you know that you have 3 more, so you can do your puppets after. But now let's get to the puppet stage, or the theater, or it can just be a prop. And this is the fun part. So what you want to do is you want to keep the sides attached, but you're going to flip it over to this side. I am actually going to cut the top little pieces off because I don't need those. But I'm going to keep the cardboard to add details. Okay, so I've got the top cut off, but these bottom flaps you want to keep on because we are actually going to use those to tape it to the table so that our theater stands up. So let's see here. I'm going to fold these back so I have a nice clean brown to work with. I'm going to fold these back and these back. And I think what I will make for this one is a regular theater. So regular puppet theaters, let's see. I'm going to draw it out first. They have, let's see here. They have a big opening. So that you can put your puppet behind and everyone can see the puppet. Now, because we're using scissors, it's kind of hard to poke in there and just cut a square out. So here's a trick you can do with just scissors. You're just going to start on one end, and this part you want to cut pretty carefully. And here's why. You cut to the end. You want to cut right on all the lines. And I'll show you why in a second. This part's super important. You don't want to cut all the way off. You want to turn it, or you can turn your cardboard and cut it this way. Hey, look, I have more cardboard for another puppet. Perfect. So here's the hole, but the problem is this thing isn't connected. But here's the cool part. Turn it around, grab a piece of tape. I like to use masking tape. It's pretty easy to tear. You don't really have to cut it. Rip it in half. And on the back side, we're going to tape this together. There we go. So there you can barely even tell. I'll add another piece of tape here. There. You can't even tell hardly that we cut that part of the cardboard. So now that we have this, you can add decorations to it if you want. Let's see. You can add, I think I'll make my puppet theater. I think I'll make a table down here so it looks like you're in Craftsman and Apprentice. So it's like the puppets are in Craftsman and Apprentice. So you can either draw a table. I think what I'll do is draw a table. Big wooden table like the one at Craftsman and Apprentice. Yeah. With some table legs. There we go. Oh, this is making me think. I think my puppet show will be about being a Craftsman and Apprentice making stuff. So I'm going to draw some supplies on my table to make it look like we're at Craftsman. I'm going to have a jar of pencils. Oh, and markers. I think I'll do some markers. Use a lot of markers. Ooh, another cool thing I love using with you guys at Craftsman. Let's see, I have pencils. I think I'm going to do paint. They always use a lot of paint. I'm going to do our tempera paints that are in the tin, and you add water to them. Let's see. Okay, actually this is my favorite part about Craftsman. When we're tinkering, I'm going to get out our tinker junk bin. So I'm going to draw a tinker junk bin here. Oh, with all of our favorite stuff in it. We have some beads, some googly eyes, some cardboard, popsicle sticks, caps, bottle caps. Oh, I love that bin. All sorts of stuff. So here's the setting for my puppet show. When you are ready, and obviously I can add a lot more detail, right? When you're ready, we're going to use these flaps to tape it onto your table, and it's going to hold up your puppet theater so you can put on a puppet show. It's going to be epic. So I'm going to get a few pieces of tape ready. I like to have tape ready so that when I'm putting something together, I don't have to stop and make pieces. I just have them all ready for me. Okay, so you're going to fold these down like that. And I like to put it on the edge of the table where I'm going to do my puppet show, because then I'll hide under the table for my puppets. And you're going to take your tape and tape it on from the back so you don't see the tape. There. It's tipping a little, so I'll make a few adjustments. There we go. How's that look? Awesome. then you can start pretending. Hello. Is it you guys? Is it my craftsman people? So you can start doing the puppet show. The cool thing about this too, puppet show is ready, so you can put that to the side, and then you can start finishing your puppets. I will say one thing, if you're gonna add color to your puppets, I would wait to do the flaps until you're done coloring, because I just went to color and it doesn't lay very flat. So if I were you, I would tape the backs after you add color. So I'm going to add some color and some detail, and I'm going to make some more puppets. Maybe I'll make these puppets into you guys, and I'll pretend like I'm a craftsman with you. That would be super fun. You can also do other things. So let's say you have your puppet theater here. And if you happen to have colored paper, like construction paper, or if you have, I don't know, old rags or material that it's okay for you to use, you can make curtains. So I actually have some red construction paper here. And I think I'm going to make some curtains. So curtains in a theater go like this. Okay. So I'm going to go like this. I'm just going to cut a shape that I think would be a good curtain. A little bit higher. Let's see how that looks. Does that look like curtains on a puppet theater? Okay, awesome. I can't really tell because I didn't look from the front. I'm going to take your word for it. What I'll do, because I'm using tape, and sometimes when I'm using tape, I don't like to actually see the tape on my project. So I think I'll just tape it from behind here. Behind the scenes. Yeah? Okay, cool. Let me put my other one on. Just fold it a little bit. Does it look even? Okay. Tape it from behind. There we go. Okay, now let's see. That curtain's sticking up a little bit. Let's see if I can get that down a little more. Hello? Are you guys ready for the puppet show? Awesome. Okay. I think I have my puppet theater ready. My puppets. Let's see what happens when Darth Maul from Star Wars comes into Craftsman and Apprentice. One day, a maker came into Craftsman and Apprentice. Oh, and if you guys want, I know you can see me still, but if you want, you can hide. Hello. And so people can't see you, but they can see your puppet show. But I'm going to stay here so that you can do this. One day, there was this awesome little maker, and he was at the Craftsman and Apprentice doing his favorite things. He had the tinker bin out and cardboard, and he decided he was going to make a rocket ship. Well, the second that he said rocket ship, someone appeared at the table with him. Hey, what are you making? Hi, I'm making a rocket ship. I've never seen you at Craftsman before. Are you new? Yes, I've never been to this planet before. Planet? What do you mean planet? What planet are you from? Oh, I can't tell you. I'm from all the planets, but mostly from Naboo. Oh, well, hey, nice to meet you. Welcome to Craftsman. What would you like to make? I would like to make a Death Star. Oh, huh. I've never made that before, but I'm making a rocket ship, so maybe you can make it with me. I would love that. And the two made a cardboard rocket ship at Craftsman and Apprentice. Okay, that was just a practice. You guys. No problem. I'm going to show you one more thing. Hey, that looks pretty good. That I thought of. Besides cereal boxes, you can also just use any. This was my daughter's Lego set, and she's done with it. We kept the book so that in case they break, we can put them back together. But just I'm going to show you another trick. So same thing. I'm going to open it up. And let's just cut one of the rectangles off. Now this cardboard's a little thicker. So if you're having problems, you might want to ask someone to help them. Okay. Let's say you don't want to make a puppet theater with your other piece of cardboard. Let's say you want to make like a house or a setting for your puppet show that you're going to put on. So we're going to fold these back so you have your stand-up situation. But let's say I want to make this a house, and I want a door here that opens, and let's say I want a couple windows. Now normally, if you were at Craftsman with me, I would pull out my X-Acto knife and help you cut out the windows, right? But we're not at Craftsman. We're just in our homes doing craftsman-y things. So you can do the same trick you did with your puppet theater. You're just going to cut from the top. And you're going to cut the window out. Same way we did the puppet theater. There we go. And then you can tape it from the back again. Voila. Now to make it really look like a puppet theater, I mean, not a puppet theater, sorry, a window. You know how windows have like the dividers in them, and some old windows have a lot of pieces of wood. Some, like my windows, just have one in them. So I'm going to take all my extra cardboard scraps from my cereal box, and I'm going to actually tape them on the back so that it looks like a window from the front. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to cut some strips of my cereal box, and I'm going to glue them onto the, glue or tape them onto the back. Let's get some tape ready. Okay, so I'm going to do one in the middle. I'm going to do just kind of the standard window. Cool, how there's one piece of wood and then another one. And I'm going to take my other piece. And I'm putting the, I'm making sure that the brown side faces you guys. But if you want it to be color, you just flip the cardboard around. This one. There, does that kind of look like a window? Yeah, it's kind of getting there. My door trick, I love this trick. I'm going to make it so that the door opens and closes. And we want to keep this bottom piece of cardboard because that's what's going to hold up our house that I'm making. So I'm going to actually very carefully cut on this line until I get to the door. And then I'm going to cut up on this side to the top. It's kind of like you're cutting a jigsaw. And then I'm going to cut to there, but then I'm not going to cut the rest of the door out. What I'm going to do is fold it. I'm going to fold it on this line. Oh, I forgot. You also want to cut this part. Right to that line. There we go, but you still have that flap. Now I'm going to fold it so that the door opens and closes. Because you still have this part, you can still tape it down. And I'm going to tape. See how this part opens right here? And we don't want it to? I'm going to tape it from the back. There we go. And now you have a door that opens and closes. And you could go on and on and on. The cool thing about cardboard is that you can create whatever you want And you can even create it three-dimensional. So like if you wanted to make a little flower box, some homes have this. They have little flower boxes outside of their windows. You can take a piece of cardboard and glue a flower box there or tape a flower box there. You can make little flowers coming out. Maybe I'll keep adding to this and show it to you guys or post it so you can see it after. So here's the start of a little house. And maybe this little puppet show is about Kylo Ren coming to visit his friends in a planet called Earth that he's never been to before. Ding dong. Anybody home? Last thing I'm going to show you, and then I want you guys to do your own thing, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. So these puppets, you put your finger in to use, right? But there's also another trick. If you take one of your strips of cardboard, and if you have something like a bottle cap or a juice cap, you can glue that on or tape it to the end. Maybe I'll try a little glue for this one. Tape it to the end of a piece of cardboard, like a long strip. And then I'm going to glue the puppet inside, or actually I might just squish it in there. Okay, can you see that? See how it's standing up now on its own? So, if while you're doing your puppet show, you want this figure to actually look like it's moving, but you don't want to have it on your finger, you can move it. I hope you can see this one. You can move it by moving the piece of cardboard, and you can be out of the scene so that no one sees you. Hello, I'm walking. Come on. So, that's my cereal box puppet show demo. I really miss you all, and I hope to see you soon. I know I will. What would be really cool is if you guys do this project, if you could send Delaney or I some pictures or some videos of what you come up with, and we can have like our own virtual puppet show or whatever you guys come up with, and then we can all watch each other's. That would be so cool. So maybe later today I'll work on this with my kids, and we'll make a puppet show to show you guys. All right. Well, thanks for watching my video. I miss you, and let's keep making. Mwah.